Hello, my name is Tomiwa, and in this video I am going to be showing you how you can use Python, Google Cloud, Google Maps and AI to generate leads and also automate lead generation. Don't worry, regardless of your knowledge or experience, by the end of this video you will be able to do this. Now this video is divided into two parts. First, I'm going to be doing a short presentation which walks you through everything I want to do in this video, and that's using a real life project. And the second part is me actually doing the project, where you can follow me on my screen. So stay to the end of the video. I'm sure you're going to get some value from it. If you need a copy of this presentation, I am going to be attaching the PDF on a link in the description below. You can go ahead and download it. So this is the video summary. First, I'm going to be starting with the problem we want to achieve, which I'm going to do the practical, and then the status quo, just meaning how this current problem is being solved in that same company. And then the third one is our automated solution, which is the main point of this video. And under that, I'm going to be sharing the requirements. What are the things you need to have to be able to carry out this exact same project? Then the steps for us to walk through, and then the lab, which is just the practical session, which I'm going to be doing. And then I feel like the fourth other one is also important for me to mention, because gaining this knowledge is not just effective in lead generation and in marketing project alone. You can use it in planning, delivery, or in transportation. You can use it in planning market research, which I'm going to mention also in this video. You can use it for customer service, government planning and research. It is a good skill to have if you use Google Maps and you deal with location data. So what problem are we trying to solve? So I'm going to be saying this in real life scenario because I'm using a real life example in this video. So there is this business in the UK, and what they do is to offer services to other businesses, and their major way of marketing, getting new customers, is going on Google Maps, collecting business information and putting them on spreadsheets, then engaging them through phone calls, emails, and however they can. Now this entire process is being done manually, and the problem with that is that we know from statistics and from research that this kind of direct marketing only gets you about 1 to 5% conversion rate, which is not a bad one, by the way. However, when you look at the way the work is being done manually, it takes a lot of time to be able to copy massive number of leads on a spreadsheet, do some research on those leads and calling, and even not to mention that it is boring work, doing repetitive tasks, and one may get tired on it. So this is the current process that they walk through, just like I've explained. Pick an area on Google Maps, select each businesses, copy and paste, do a little research and start calling. So here are what you are going to require to do this new approach that I had done for this project in real life actually, but then I'm sharing it with you so that you can also have the same knowledge. So you are going to be needing tools: Google account, Google Cloud account, Google Colab, Gemini by Google, or ChatGPT, which is optional. So you can decide to either use Gemini or ChatGPT, but just like most people, some of us like to compare two AIs together and see if one is better at something than the other. Now, for all of these Google accounts, if you have a Gmail, you already have a Google account, and you don't have to pay anything. So looking at the variables, what do we need? We need to load the location you are targeting. So in your case, this may be that maybe you are targeting a location in Leeds or in Sheffield or in Lagos or in Accra or wherever in the world that you are targeting, and the business type you are targeting in those locations that you want to market to. And then you are going to need your Google Cloud key, which is something that you get from your Google Cloud account. Then the next thing is the knowledge that you need some knowledge of some Python language. Don't worry if you don't know anything about Python. AI can help us out with this, but it's helpful if you have understanding of what the AI is doing also. Then the other thing that you need is your debit or credit card. This is to activate your Google Cloud account. You are not going to be paying for it because you have some free allowances, which is more than enough for this project. And really, before you start paying is when you are doing large loads of work. And finally, you need a device which you can work on to get this done. meaning your laptop, your tablet, any device you have can work. So the solution is in between AI and automation. This is our approach to solution that we are doing. And here is just like the little process flow that I do for this solution. So this process flow has like a part A and part B. Part A is the purple line. I'm not so good with color. I think it's purple. The line, just follow the line, and the other one is the green line. So the part A is the simple one, which I'm going to be doing on this video because of time. If you want me to do the part B, if you're interested in the part B, please drop a comment and let me know, and I'm going to be releasing it in the next video. So the part A simply is that we get a Google Cloud account, we write a Python script that extracts the data we need from Google Maps and put that into spreadsheet, and then we start engaging the leads from that. That's simple. What this does is that the first 2 steps, it eliminates manual work there, and we only focus on engaging the leads. And we can get leads in hundreds, in thousands, however number we have, and we can automate this and change it for different business type, for different location. That is done. Now for the part B, which I think it's more holistic approach, is after getting your CSV from the Python script, we can write another Python program that do some research on each row on the CSV database. So the theoretical approach is that the script is going to go into the websites of those businesses, try to understand what they do, about them, and then we use AI language model to be able to query that text to ask some information that is important. For instance, a question could be, we are a finance company. What kind of financial services do you think this business with this website would need? And language model is going to give us some response. Another one could also be, how would you prepare an introductory email for this business? How would you prepare a call script for this email? And language model can give us that feedback. Now, anybody could do this per business on their laptop. But the approach of this solution is that you could have 100 businesses on your spreadsheet and run this script for 100 businesses and got a whole bankload of knowledge that you can use to market further. So after doing the research, and then AI can help us prepare some marketing materials, then we go into engaging the leads and also converting them. So what this does is that in all of this process, the human aspect of it is engaging leads and converting it, and all of the 4 steps can be automated and can be done really, really faster. This will directly scale up the whole marketing operation and make it more effective. We can even argue that the engaging aspect can also be done with AI. There are a lot of AI callers now that you can use, but I personally still believe that this part should still be reserved for humans, because these are humans connection, and it's better done with human. Although sometimes when you call, most companies call gets answered by AI anyway, but for the sake of this project, let's leave it at that. So why I like the solution is that you only do the work once, and then you can refine the process. So let me go into the practical now and show you the practical side of things. You're welcome to the lab session. So on the lab session, we are going to open 4 tabs: ChatGPT, to give it the prompt and help us get the code; Google Colab, where we are going to be putting the code. And here on Google Colab, you just open a new notebook. And then when you get here, we are ready to start. We can rename the notebook. Let me call this test leads. And that is saved. So on Google Maps, all we want to get from Google Maps is the coordinates of where we want to target. Let me just pick a popular place. Let me look at Manchester. So I'm just going to zoom in and pick a point, any point really, could be any point, and I can just copy that coordinate. So when I copy that coordinate, that's all we need Google Maps for. This is done. Remember, this is the location where you are targeting businesses. It's any location of your choice. This will work. On Google Cloud, you log in. If you've not set up your Google Cloud, I'm going to put a link in the description that can lead you to video on how you can set it up, but it's quite easy. When you get in, you click on your console. I'm just going to show you how you can get your API key. Setting it up, you can watch a really short video for that. It's quite simple and easy to do. So when you get in, you go to API and services. This is taking some time. So when you get into your API and services, you can click on your credentials on the left side. Click on your credentials. And here's where you find your API key. You can see that I have a Maps platform API key. If you don't have, you can click on create credential and create a new API key, and there you go. So as soon as you have your key, you show your key and then you copy it, and that's what we use over here to continue the project. So we copy the code here on your Google Colab. In the first line, I want to have pip install request pandas, and then I'm going to run that. That's going to take a bit of time to install those requests, and then I'm going to paste this code. I'm going to explain the code in a little while, but the explanation is simple. At the beginning, we import all dependencies that we needed. We import request, import time, import panda as PD, and then we have our variables, the API key, the location. Here is where we put our location coordinate. So the location I got from Manchester earlier, I'm going to put that in here. I'm going to put that. This is for Manchester. And then the radius is measured in meters. The maximum is 50,000, which is for 50 kilometer radius. So let me just use 2,000 so that I can manage my Google Cloud units. And the type of business is establishment. So establishment target is a generic type of business. Instead of establishment, I could use restaurant, for instance. So let me use restaurant for the sake of this. And the fields that I'm going to eventually get in my CSV format, we have name, address, international phone number or local phone number, website, and then the type of the business. So the code has about, I think, 3 functions. So this function gets the places using all of these parameters from the places API, and then this particular function gets details of those places, and then this last function extracts the info that we need. So at the end of the code, we have a CSV file to be exported. So let me rename this to be Manchester Businesses. So I'm going to run this code now, and that's going to go into Google API using those parameters that we specify, and should give us a CSV of leads of business that are ready for us to engage. And remember, this is the simple solution just for us to get leads in an automated and a scalable way. We could go further and write some more codes that can give us more rich information on businesses that we are targeting, but that's not going to be done on this video because of time. I'm going to put that in another video. So we have the code found 60 raw places, CSV exported successfully, and I'm going to go into my file here. So I should have it here. This is my Manchester business, and I can just download that file. and open it just to show you. So here are the businesses that we have. You have the business name, you see their addresses, their phone numbers, their websites, and then the types of business that it is. So you see establishment, food, lodging, restaurants, and then you can start engaging. So rather than doing the lead generation manually, it can be done using this method. So that is the end of our lab session. Thank you. So that's the end of the video. If you gained some value from this, if you really like it, or you also want to practice it on your own, you can rewatch the video. You can download a PDF copy of the presentation. And if you have any questions or comments, there's something you find difficult that you'd like me to make a video on, please write it in the comments. Please like, share, and subscribe. I'll be bringing you more videos on automation, on data analysis, and on AI. Thank you, and bye for now.